Oxford football is brought to you by the Detroit Wing Company of Oxford, located on the northeast corner of Drainer and Lapeer. Offers 20 signature sauces for their classic wings. Their boneless wings, the menu also includes signature crispy chicken sandwiches, mac and cheese, poutine, and so much more. Happy hour, 20% off wings, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. Stop by and pick up your entire tailgate for the big game.
I'm Jimmy Hughes. Hope you guys are staying with us tonight. On top, she might get wet up there with the rain. It's Marissa Ruska. She's going to be up there. We also have Joe Hollywood Calhoun. He's getting himself ready for the elements. Jebediah Calhoun, he's running the computer. And we have the one and only Dan Zweiss. I ate the apple. He's here. I'm Jim Hughes. We're bringing it to you. I do believe we have a Travis on the way. Travis making his way to the booth, and I'm sure we'll have more for you. Anyways, we are getting ready. We're about a minute away from the band taking the field, and they are dressed to be, it's a cold night here. Considering the weather we've had over the last few weeks, unseasonably warm, kind of more fall-like, more football-like. Will that play a difference tonight? Well, I'm not quite sure. But anyways, we are happy you've decided to join us. In about a minute when they take the field, we will stop our broadcast. We'll pick it up after the national anthem, and we'll pick it up after all of that. Once again, I hope you guys are ready for some great football tonight. West Bloomfield and Oxford, it's going to be a good one. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for chiming in. Shouldn't have any problems here. Normally at the house, we don't have trouble streaming at all. So Jebediah is watching that one, and we are ready to go. 20 seconds away from the beginning of a very fall-like football game. I'm Jim Hughes. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back after it's over. Boom. Stay there. Oxford football.
see RCW football and you see everybody, you see the bigger kids playing, so you want to be like that.
Describe this team in one word, it'd be hardworking.
Family,
Togetherness.
grit, brotherhood. Showing them what the work we've put in is just big to all of us.
Biggest goal for this year is just wins. I want to bring wins to this community.
And now, we would ask that you remain standing. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And once again, are we back there, Dan, with the audio? We're good. The Oxford band just finished up with the national anthem. We're about to get it underway. It is a cool night tonight here at the house, and it is going to possibly see some rain showers move into the area. As of right now, we are just overcast, cloudy, and a bit fall-like chilly. Anyways, we are happy to bring it to you. It's going to be a hard-enough football game. West Bloomfield Lakers, they sit at 4-2. We are at 2-4.
Right behind the press box. You must sign up.
Anyways, we are ready to get going here and find out what's happening. And guys, thank you for stopping by. We're so happy to be able to bring these to you. You know what? We want to remind you about our sponsors tonight. Detroit Wing Company in town here tonight. They're giving out free wings. And we want to say one thing, once again, they help us bring Oxford football to you. The Detroit Wing Company, stop by, pick up your tailgate for the big game. Detroit Wing Company. Barron Industries, happy 100 this year. Happy for letting us cover these games. good friends from Barron Industries, supporting Oxford football. And the bank, the only bank I know that's a hometown bank, it's Oxford Bank, bringing you live Oxford football right here from the stadium. Once again, these sponsors helping us out. If you're interested in being a sponsor, contact our office. We cover basketball and other sporting events. Our soccer team, Jeb, is just doing fabulous, right?
Yeah, they're doing amazing. They are going into the playoffs, actually. Hopefully you can see them at October 12th. They're going to be playing their first playoff game.
That's good. Jeb and Joe, father and son, they cover the soccer for us. And Drew and Jay Katie both on that team, and they play tonight football tonight. So good stuff. We're about ready to kick it all off. And it's going to be the Lakers kicking off to Oxford. And the Cats will get it up to about I guess you'd say about the 25-yard line.
And Tate on the stop. First and 10 Wildcats.
Cats got a first and 10, 11:54. It's the game clock is well, we're stopped right now. Cats will get the opening offensive possession. And we are looking at a very, very big West Bloomfield team. 4-2. Cats are 2-4 after that victory last week. Hendricks over center, backfield, and two out in far right. He gives it to none other than 31. We know him. Johnson on the carry, and he gets maybe about 4 or 5 yards.
Espy on the stop, second down.
Good stuff. Cats will get up to maybe about a 5-yard game. And yes, who is here tonight? He flew in from, I guess, another station or something. It's the one and only, I think it's Travis Wilson.
You're correct, Jim. Good to be here.
Okay, Travis, we got him going here. Cats got the offense right now, and we are second and about 5 to go. Man in motion out of the shotgun, looking for the air, and he's finding himself in trouble. Gets the ball launched, but maybe right about the line of scrimmage.
They're going to call it incomplete, unfortunately.
Pass to Champagne is complete.
Champagne was targeted three separate times last week. Only hauled in one of those targets, so for about 10 yards.
Big, powerful West Bloomfield team here tonight. I tell you, these guys are stacked, and Cats are going to have it out to see what they can do. Again, last year we were at their house. They're at our house tonight. More fall-like here weather-wise. Again, I can't emphasize that enough. It is a chilly one, but good football weather.
Yeah, perfect fall evening now that we are in the fall time of year.
And it looks like Cats were a bit unsure what the play was going to be. And I guess, did they call timeout? I'm not quite sure about that. 10:33 right now. The clock stands in the first quarter. And again, I say we have been spoiled over the last 4 weeks weather-wise. This is more like it's supposed to be. And a bit of a stop-and game. I'm not quite sure what's happening here.
Referees seem to be talking to the coaching staff. He was motioning like a sideline warning, but not really sure if that was actually issued or not.
So we got a bit of a stop in the game here, and anyways, I hope you guys are happy where you are watching it, and we're back to live action. Hendricks over center, man in the backfield, man in motion, pitch out. Far around the right side, he'll get stopped before he goes forward, and dragged down for maybe even a loss on that one.
Yeah, number 53, Kamari Pittman on the tackle.
4th and 5, actually.
And Pittman on the stop.
Cats are going to be faced, as I say, the next 3 games are going to be big toughies for them. Not that they haven't all. The OAA Red Man determines that. I mean, you got to be big and be able to go to the air.
Yeah. Drew Katie out to punt for us. Definitely a Division I prospect as a punter for the Oxford Wildcats.
And he was in the stadium last night, obviously, playing some great soccer. And the soccer team doing really well here this year.
I'm sorry. That was Jay Katie on the kick. I did see Drew out there, but Jay Katie was kicking.
Jay's the older brother, I believe, yes?
Lakers first and 10.
Jay's the captain, one of the captains. Other captain is number 42, Brody Moore. Number 56, Sean Wilson.
We have number 1, Rick Nance, is going to come on in the field to take the helm of the West Bloomfield Lakers. First time we'll see them on the blue turf.
Right. West Bloomfield, we'll tell you after the play. Back to live action, and it's underway for West Bloomfield, their first offensive challenge. And we got flags on the play, drop down back by the line of scrimmage. Could be an illegal motion against the Lakers, and they'll start out by hurting themselves.
Riquez Nance, or Rick Nance as they call him, he does have an offer from Lawrence Tech, something that you're going to hear a lot of me talk about, or at least for a little bit. They've got 9 players on their team that start on offense or defense that have a Division I or II offer currently.
There you go. Our stat man gets it under there. We got it. We appreciate it. Out of the shotgun. He's got four line, one in motion. Rifles it right to the line of scrimmage. That got red. Number 11.
That is Brandon Davis Swain on the catch. He is he's a big guy. He's 6'3", 220. He's also one of their defensive ends, but he plays tight end / wide receiver. Had 30 offers coming into today's game.
That's good for West Bloomfield. We need to fight against that one, you know.
Officially,
illegal motion again, and that's going to bring them back another 5, I believe. So penalties, they're hurting themselves after a good run by Swain.
Yeah, something that I noticed on film is these guys are not the most disciplined team. They kind of let their feathers get ruffled a little bit and kind of fall apart on themselves. They had a pretty tough opponent last week against Clarkston, losing 44-36.
Well, that's still a great score against Clarkston. Now we're bringing it back forward again. What did somebody say something out there and they didn't like? I'm not quite sure what's going on.
False start. We declined the penalty.
We did. Okay. So far, though, the refs have been the only ones that getting any yardage right now. Okay, back. They declined the penalty out of the shotgun. 2nd and 25, and now what do we got? I think we have another. Might be offsides.
I think the referees are trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Who called what where?
What is going on? Right now we are having a lot of noise come into the headphones. I don't know what's going on.
The microphone. He's all over, though. Dan, the man's Weiss, has got it.
That was hardly loud at all. If you heard that at home, we're happy that you got to hear it, though.
The microphone just dropped, so I'm holding on to it. Can you see the cord I'm wiggling and slowly pull that back up?
Maybe mute it while you're doing it. Back to action right now out of the shotgun. They're 2nd and 15 on the decline penalty, and they roll around and get stopped at maybe a 4-yard gain. Whatever that is, mute it.
Yeah, I've got it muted, but I still hear it in the headset. Big third down here.
Cat's got a hold on, big third down. He's going to the air, and a little side pass. And does he get it? I guess he does, no?
He does.
Picks up the first down and when they had to. And that's how West Bloomfield plays it, man. They'll march it down the field.
Yeah, completed to Nigel Dutton, a senior. Comes in at 6 foot, 195. A pretty stout team that we're going up against here tonight.
1st and 10, and they are chewing away the real estate. Holding on to the ball. He gets up to about maybe a 5-6 yard gain on that. Regas Nance, he's a senior this year. Again, that first offensive charge for the Lakers. Definitely they hurt themselves.
Pass complete to Brandon Davis Swain across the middle, ultimately brought down by Liam O'Neal.
Another first down as they get closer in Oxford territory. I tell you, these guys will chew up the real estate. 8 minutes in the first quarter, and they've already marched it down from hurting themselves midfield. On the keeper, he holds on to it, and he'll get dropped by number 44, I believe, dropped him.
Reed Swiskowski.
Second and 10, or second and about 9, I would say. And what I remember about this team, we were down on the field out there in West Bloomfield last year. They just chew it up, chew it up, chew it up.
Yeah, they had quite a few.
Bad snap, and he still capitalizes, and he'll take it down for at least, that could be a first down.
It's very close. Anderson Krupa on the initial hit there.
High snap against a Nance, and it still gets away with about 8 or 9 yards. Big third down. Cats got to hold them here. Down deep in their territory.
To Swain.
On the side, Swain holds on, and he will get the first down, it looks. Picks up first and goal.
Pavlock and Johnson on the stop. Laker first down.
First and goal. 6:27 off the clock, and in their first offensive charge, have marched it down well over 45 yards. And Swain on the easy in, and he'll get the first TD.
Brandon Davis Swain.
Or Brandon, yep.
Into the end zone for the Lakers.
And he's a big kid out there. You'll see him all over the field, defensively and offensively. Ultimately, he is committed to Colorado Coach Prime's school. He's extremely excited about being able to go to that program after this season. They had quite a few players, seniors, obviously, leave last year. A few being Samaj Morgan, now plays at U of M, along with his teammate Amir Herring, U of M. Lorenzo Williams, Western. Deontay Pippen and Kenneth Jones went to Grand Valley. So this program continues to put out D1 football players season after season.
Let's do our sponsors now, Jeb. Once again, want to remind you the game is sponsored tonight by the Detroit Wing Company, who's giving out wings here tonight. Stop by and pick up your entire tailgate for the big game, the Detroit Wing Company. Oxford football brought to you by Barron Industries, 100 years old. Happy birthday, Barron, and thanks for bringing football. Oxford Bank, your hometown bank, bringing you football tonight. Oxford Bank. 7-0 right now, and the Lakers take the first lead at 6:16. Back kicking it off will be number 3, Nigel Dunton, or 43, and that would be Justin Ward. Justin Ward with the boot. Can't imagine he's bigger than Katie Brothers, but he boots one over, and it'll get fielded by
Pavlock
on the carry. Pavlock gets dropped at about
the 19, 20.
19 or 20-yard line.
Yeah, Hendricks will come out, who had just a phenomenal game last week.
He turned the heat.
Went 11 for 17 completions, 172 yards, no interceptions, 3 touchdowns, and had a rush for 12.
Turn his mic up. Your mic. Yeah. I'm just saying, I can hear me, but I'm not hearing you too well. Is everybody hearing Travis okay? I hope so. Back to a live action. Cats got the ball, roll around, big pass.
Complete.
It gets brought to number 13, and he'll keep going up to about the 48-yard line.
Absolutely perfect.
That
kind of our bread and butter last week to Owen Pavlock.
Pavlock on that.
Pavlock was targeted twice last week, hauled in both of those receptions for 37 yards. That's a nice little chunky yards. It will take all day, about a 27-yard gain.
I mean, I got you. I can hear you, but I'm not hearing you as loud as I hear me, actually. Okay, good. I want to make sure we heard your stuff there. Big gain from the Oxford Wildcats. 2 in motion, and that's going to draw a flag.
Offsides on West Bloomfield.
They had 2 in motion. I thought that was going to be an Oxford problem, but. And Lakers hurting themselves again.
Yes. So as long as those 2 players that you saw shifted over, as long as they don't become set first in any sort of formal stance, if you will, they are allowed to shift 2 by 2 like that. You can shift as many
Cats get an
over.
additional, 5 yards on the play.
You're correct. So now it's first and 5.
First and 5, and I tell you, that's capitalized there by Oxford there.
Trying to run the same play.
And the guy about jumped that one on the West Bloomfield side. Hands off, and we'll get around for a first down. First down and more, and he'll get dropped at about maybe, I'll say the 34-yard line.
Yeah, Jameer Benjamin on the tackle out there. He plays
Cats
corner
are chewing
for
up real estate too. Cats are bringing it downfield heavily right now, just like West Bloomfield. And I'm sure West Bloomfield's a bit surprised at what's happening here.
You're not wrong there, Jim. I think a lot of people don't account for the fact that we're upwards of almost, we're a little over 700 yards total offense so far this year.
Out of the shotgun,
really
Hendricks looking to go bomb out of the air.
Oh,
and
Dean
it's a
Rice.
little overthrown on that to number 25. And that, of course, is Dean Rice.
Yes. Dean Rice, I'm sure you remember last week, Jim, had a phenomenal catch and run. Had, I think it was close to 47 yards, something like that.
Yeah, I
for
believe
the
that
touchdown.
was one of our saving graces last week, Joe.
Yes.
So nice to be in the booth and not where we were last week. Marissa's up top getting chilly, though. I have to get her some hot chocolate or something before the game ends.
Yes.
Cats on the offensive charge, kind of saying, and also Laker penalties hurting themselves. Over center, it's Hendricks. Hendricks hands off, and we are rolling up more of the real estate, but an 8-yard gain.
Great zone stretch play there, allowing your very skilled running back, Luke Johnson, to pick what hole he wants and gun it. Right through, looked like probably just off the left guard there for a nice gain of about, we'll call it 7.
I'm not saying a surprise to West Bloomfield because I know they're tough and they'll dig down deep and hold it. But they are a little bit surprised. I think they're meeting a different Oxford team than they did last year.
I don't think they were ready for it. I agree, Jim.
Hendricks over center, 1 in the backfield, 2 on the far right. Hands off, you know where he handed it to, and he'll get first down. And there's flags on the ground.
I'm going to say face mask is my guess. From here, it was kind of hard to tell, but looking over at the screen on my left,
Oxford. That'll be a big one against Oxford.
It's going to be hopefully face mask on West Bloomfield, and it is.
And they are hurting themselves tonight. Again, if they keep doing this, I mean, their coach is going to have to have some type of intervention because I'm not saying all the yardage, but a lot of the yardage so far tonight has been against West Bloomfield was their own problem. Back to a 1st and 10. And Cats are on the charge, ready to take care of a Laker.
Pavlock and O'Neal checking back in. 2 of Check Hendricks' favorite targets.
Hendricks ready to get his offensive charge on a 1st and 10 deep in the Laker territory. Out of the shotgun, looking to go to the air. Defense coming in heavy.
Run.
And he'll roll out. He's going to try to keep it. He's maybe take it home, and he'll run out of bounds at about the 11. And that'll get to be about second and maybe about a 3-yard gain or 5-yard gain. 4:15 on the clock, first quarter. 7-0. You see it on the board right now, 7-0. And the Lakers picked up the first score, but Hendricks says, not in my house, not in my house.
Jack has grown a lot since the first time we saw him on the field. Being able to read nothing downfield, his coverage is there, going through his progressions and realizing, you know what, I just got to run it and hopefully gain some yards.
Here he goes, Jack Hendricks over center right now. He's got Pavlik way in the back, or he hands off, and we'll get maybe 3 yards at best.
Looks like he
3rd and
got
6.
Yeah, he had Will Espy, Blake Simmons, and Brandon Davis-Swain all there to greet him as he came up to the line of scrimmage there. He made the best of it, though.
We all have the insurance policy of the Katie Foot, but we want to go in for 6 right now and see what we can do to get on the board.
Yep, both Katie brothers checking back in. They are listed as tight ends, I believe. So possibly a 2 tight end set here coming. Hopefully a look of maybe a play action, little rollout like we hit Ian Jones last week for a touchdown.
3:32 right now. A big 3rd down on our part right now. We need this. And he's going to the air, big air, and he's going to launch it, and it will be intercepted.
That's unfortunate.
Throws it away at right about the 5-yard line, Hendricks.
That's unfortunate. That sort of loftier throw is definitely dangerous with as much skill as they have in the defensive side of things. Better off to throw it at the receiver's feet, take the incomplete, and then walk away with the 3 points. Big crosstown rival just on the other side of Oakland County. You got Lake Orion versus Clarkston in the OAA Red Championship. They are losing to Clarkston. Lake Orion is up over Clarkston 7-0 so far.
Deep in the backfield right now on the keeper. He'll bring it out and get maybe another first down out of it.
Yeah, that's a turf monster, if you will. Cameron Flowers around the end, tripped up under his own power. 11 offers so far from Mr. Flowers, just as a junior. MSU, Miami, Penn State, Wisconsin, Arizona State, to name a few. You will see a pretty balanced look from these guys. We'll wait for the play here.
Out of the shotgun and looking to go to the air, and he goes to the air and will get nailed by a bunch of cats, but he's still rolling. Number 11 off to the races.
Brody Moore doing a great job of just tracking him towards the sideline and ultimately going for a nice little ankle-biting tackle out there. They're going to continue to do that until we stop. It's just a simple little dig route or a choice route, if you will. It's based off of the defensive alignment. Whether or not that player, their defensive player, lines up inside shade or outside shade dictates the route for number 11. It's either going to be an out route or that dig right there.
Back to a live action here right now out of the shotgun, and they're chewing up field again. Hands off again, and he'll go right around without a problem. Puts his hand out, tops one of the cats, number 6, Cameron Flowers. He gets maybe about a 15, 20-yard gain.
You're going to see this team march down the field. Again, very balanced. Almost a 50-50 run-to-pass ratio. Going into the Clarkston game, they ran the ball 49.7% of the time. So that leaves very close to the same numbers to be able to pass the ball as well.
Out of the shotgun, Nance ready to take it on. He's got 2 on each side. And he'll hold on to it. He says, I'm going up home and going right past. And he goes for a first down. Fumble, and I believe Oxford got it back.
That
Oxford
is amazing.
Got it back. They needed it.
Yes. Something that I was thinking about as we were watching film this week. We've got to be able to stay disciplined for all 4 quarters. We've got to limit turnovers on our side, but defensively, one of the key factors to a win is be able to create turnovers, and that's a great job by Johnson, and I want to say it was Pavlik on this side. I could be wrong. The other thing, though, is we're going to have to
Who
give
recovered that,
Hendricks.
Johnson?
No, that was 76.
I got it.
Luke Johnson.
No, who recovered that? I said. Who-
Oxford, we recovered number 76.
Okay.
Yes. Here, you doing Max Preps again, right? Yeah, awesome. For those of you who don't know, our amazing Jim Hughes to my left gets the pleasure of updating scores and stats to Max Preps, who keeps a live tracker on the game. So if you don't hear him too much, all good. He's there.
I got it, buddy.
He's there.
I got it.
He's
Come
got
on
it.
now.
I love it. Eli Carpenter on the field. He was used as a decoy for the majority of the time last week. So wouldn't be surprised to see him maybe get a ball thrown his way or a handoff.
Hendricks over center, hands off, and we'll get stopped up maybe for a few yard gain.
Yeah, maybe a yard or two to bring up a third and manageable, we'll say.
On the stop. Third down.
Big fumble recovery there again by, we want to say, Nolan Cumby. I mean, they were marching down the field on that turnover a few minutes ago. So, I mean, preserving one turnover against another. And, again, you have to say the QB on the keeper there. I know I go back and digress, but that was a big save for Oxford right there.
You're not wrong, Jim. You're not wrong. 3rd and 9, Carpenter.
2 in motion, Hendricks over center. He's got one on the far left. Going to the air, big time air here. He's getting pressured.
Carpenter on the catch.
It.
Oh, that's going to be incomplete. Got to be incomplete.
Almost threw that away again.
Yeah. Thankfully, that's ruled incomplete. That's in favor of us.
I am telling you that incomplete pass is definitely a plus for Oxford there.
Absolutely, Jim. Now we get to bring out one, again, one of the Katie brothers to punt away, hopefully pin them deep.
I mean, just, I'm not saying anything, but Hendricks had one down there, and he's going to have to watch before he goes to the air or something.
Nigel Dutton back to receive.
Dutton on the back. We got about 27 seconds here. And we go to the second quarter here. Clock almost out of time here. We got 3, and they are going to get nailed, and they have to call timeout. Otherwise, they would have been nailed on the clock. Let's remind them who sponsors us here, if you don't mind. Let's do it, okay? Oxford football brought to you in part by the Detroit Wing Company. Stop by, pick it up, pick your tailgate up for the game. Detroit Wing Company. I picked up some yesterday. I had barbecue. It was great.
They're here tonight.
Barron Industries, 100 years old. Happy to celebrate with Oxford football, bringing you Oxford football and OCTV. And also the only bank that's the hometown bank. It's Oxford Bank, bringing you Oxford football. Thank you so very much. And if you like what you hear, make sure to contact us for the basketball. Back to it offensively. Wildcats about to boot it down the field on a fumble recovery. They weren't able to get anything out of it, but they're going to have Katie boot it back down the field.
Ooh,
big,
high
long,
snap.
bad snap, actually. And not a kick that we're usually see by, but it'll take a bounce and go out of bounds.
Ooh.
At about maybe, the 42-yard line.
Yeah, I agree with you there. That is an unfortunate and an uncharacteristic kick from Katie. Only about 20, 30, 29 yards roughly.
The Oxford tennis program will play in the MHSAA Regional on Thursday, October 12th at Clarkston High School. We wish the best to our Oxford boys tennis team.
Once again, we got to hopefully, Coach is talking to Hendricks about maybe taking a look before you throw, because we've almost lost it twice there. Well, we did lose it once and almost lost it a second time there.
Run play.
Big and bad snap. He still gets something out of it, though. And he'll get first down and maybe a chunk more on a very bad snap to the QB.
Marquise Morris, a senior. One of the only players that's under 5'10", I think, on the team. 5'9", 160. Currently has 2 offers, Wright State University and Lawrence Tech.
right now, still back to offensive 1st and 10. And that'll wrap up the first quarter. Well, what I see is an Oxford team that's got to get a little bit more control right now in the offensive charge. Most of what's hurt West Bloomfield tonight has been West Bloomfield. Cats are going to have to step it up a bit like they did last week against Stony Creek. Again, the West Bloomfield Lakers come into the game tonight 4-2, and the Wildcats at 2-4.
We hope you can come out and support Oxford Wildcat volleyball.
And we're back to it on the offensive side. 12 minutes on the clock before we hit the half. Second quarter, the Cats are down by 7. 7-0. Digging deep out of the shotgun, too far left, one in the backfield. Far right, he passes off on a screen and will be met by nobody. Cats will try to stop him. He's still going, and he'll be drawn out of bounds at about the 28.
Yeah, Brody Moore and Luke Johnson out there initially, and then pushed out by Pavlik, I want to say, or Liam O'Neill, I'm sorry.
11:50 on the second quarter. Rain holding off. We had a big forecast that rain was coming through, and it could dampen everything. Right now, we're holding off weather-wise. Still a fall night here in downtown at the home stadium.
And Lake Orion adds to their lead of 14-0 against Clarkston.
He goes to the air and overthrown number 2, Marcus Morris.
Sean Wilson on the pressure there. Brought the heat last week, had a couple tackles for loss, 6 total tackles. I think it brings up his total tackle for losses for the year around 4 or 5.
Okay, we're back to it on the offensive, deep in their territory. As I say, Cats are going to have to hold them down here. And hands off around the corner he goes and gets stopped up by a few Cats at about maybe a 5-yard gain.
Bring up at 3rd and 5. Sean Wilson out there, Brody Moore out there, Ian Jones also out there, all kind of trailing that way and making sure that West Bloomfield doesn't get.
We missed that last week.
Yep.
Cats were able to capitalize on that last 3rd down by stopping it up on a fumble. So they're digging deep here. And he'll keep it again, and he'll take it to the end zone.
2 different flags on the field. I'm hoping it's a holding.
2 flags there, and if it is holding, it's going to be another. Okay, well, West Bloomfield hurting themselves again.
Man, I believe that's their 5th or 6th penalty, too, on the night.
What could have been an end zone extra score there ends up being a penalty against the Lakers.
Notre Dame Fighting Irish. The start time for this senior night event will be 6 p.m. in the school auditorium.
3rd down, and now we're at 15. They repeat 3rd down. On a big penalty there, another break for Oxford. 11:02. The guy's going to try to hold them. Going to the air, big time air. He gets
hey, nice job. Owen Pavlik on the pass breakup. That's his 2nd one of the year.
4th and 15, and they will bring out the crew to get the extra 3. Or are they going to stay on the field? They're going to stay and do the DC, the Dan Campbell. Nope, they're going to actually kick for 3.
It's 4th down.
And
something super exciting happened last night, and I'll tell you after the kick. High snap.
High snap, and
gonna be pushed.
It hits the bars and goes over. It hit the bar. I think that was number 4, was it not?
Looks like number 43.
43, okay. It hit the bar as it went over, but it still counted.
Shout out to the boys varsity soccer team. They became the OAA Red champions last night with their 2-1 win. Brought their total season record 13-4-3. Nice job, varsity soccer. That's awesome. Way to bring home the OAA Red championship.
Tomorrow morning at Kensington Metro Park. Both of our teams are state ranked and enjoying outstanding seasons. We hope you will continue the success tomorrow at the county meeting.
Well, they get away with a three. Cats will see what they can do to go up on the board. It's not as bad as it could have been, but again, a West Bloomfield team tonight that's basically hurting themselves.
Yeah, you're not wrong, and we've got to be able to capitalize on those faults, Jim. Something that we need to be able to do it right here is be able to march right down the field and put in some sort of score.
Cats have got a tough 3 games ahead, and this is one of them. The schedule ahead is all the OAA Red big schools, and it's definitely gonna be an upper level for playing.
Switch up the kick return formation from last week.
Big boot, and who gets it? It'll be Pavlock, and he grabs onto it. Gonna roll around the far left. He's going up the middle, still rolling, and he'll get up to about the 35-yard line, I'll call it.
Padlock on the return.
Pavlock on the run at 35, 1st and 10.
Jameer Benjamin in on the tackle there. Pavlock got rocked pretty good on there.
It's like his helmet, you could see it up here go back and forth like, it's unbelievable. Still an okay night football-wise. We haven't seen any rain yet, but we are expecting some storms, and that could change the entire dynamic of the contest.
It's definitely a little drizzle out there right now, Jim. Preston Wilder on his first carry of the night.
Wilder getting welcomed by a bunch of Lakers there, and he maybe no, I don't think it's a gain at all.
With last week's carries, he pushed just over the 100-yard mark. He does average a little over the 7 yards per carry and has a touchdown on the season as a freshman.
Sparsely populated crowd across the field. They didn't make the trip tonight. But still a crowd over there supporting West Bloomfield. A little bit of a trip out here. Again, we were in their house last year.
Radar definitely indicates that we are seeing some precipitation fall.
Already over center, hands off, and gets maybe about a 5-yard plunge into the middle of a bunch of Lakers. It should be about 3rd and maybe 5. Wilder, a 9th grader. We're going to keep him for a few years unless he gets signed by an NFL team. Maybe, I don't know.
An early graduation, right to the NFL, Jim.
Hey, they do that in basketball, don't they?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But Preston Wilder checking out for, of course, Luke Johnson now on the field.
Drew Cady in there was looking for some direction too. He was looking over to coach, wondering, I guess the call comes in now. Drew Cady out there.
Guessing we're going to go to a play action of some sort here.
Over center right now. He rolls out, hands off, and up for a hard-fought 2 yards.
Yeah, Luke brought it all the way up to, again, you're correct, about the 2-yard gain there. Not much after that. Tried to keep those feet churning, but the entire defensive line was there to say otherwise.
9 minutes on the clock, second quarter. They lead it by 10 to nothing. You're watching OCTV football on Oxford Community Television, live on YouTube. Clock's going to be an enemy against Oxford here in a minute if they don't get something going. It's 7 seconds. 6-5, and don't they call him for that?
Oh, you're talking about the play clock. You're correct.
Called timeout. They weren't ready for that one.
Oxford's first timeout.
And where are we at in the second quarter? There's a time for one, or are we okay? Jebediah, are we good to go? Are we ready to go for one? Once again, we want to thank our friends at the Detroit Wing Company, bringing Oxford football to you. Detroit Wing Company, stop by, pick up your entire tailgate for the big game. Also, we want to say happy 100 years to Barron Industries. Barron Industries bringing you Oxford football. Barron Industries 100 years. Happy birthday, and thanks for helping out. Also, the Oxford Bank, Oxford's hometown bank, bringing you Oxford football all season long. Thank you, Oxford Bank. And I don't want to say I'm trying to sell them ahead of time, But if we do cover basketball, we want you to sponsor that. You guys are welcome to get a hold of us. If you're a business in downtown, feel free to call our offices. We'll take sponsors for football.
Couple of scores from around the league. Adams up 6-0 over Stony, and Lake Orion extends their lead 17-0 over Clarkston. Definitely thought that would be a much closer game, Jim.
8:33 in the second quarter. Hoping our wings are on the way. Out
they're
of the
stacking the box,
shotgun
too.
and almost out of time again. And they will. I'm not quite sure what that was.
Oxford's going to take another timeout. They saw something defensively that said, nope, this is not going to work. Let's call a timeout. Let's rethink what were our play call. Let's go for something else.
We're already caught up, are we not?
The West Bloomfield
That's at the
had
end.
that
That's at
box
the end.
stacked too. There was at least 7 players, 5 that were on the line with an outside linebacker showing blitz off of that right shoulder of Brandon Davis Swain. Oxford comes in tonight, obviously coached by the hometown hero, Zach Line. Was able to play in the NFL, was an Oxford alum. He's got the school varsity football team sitting at 2-4 overall and 1-3 in the OAA Red. And we are stopped short, it looks like, unfortunately. Around the end there, and Luke Johnson was just got back to the line of scrimmage, unfortunately. Referees tonight.
8:24 right now as the clock rolls.
Turnover on downs lets West Bloomfield take over on our 43-yard line. Not a whole lot of field to work with. And something they've been doing a great job of is just eating up turf in a hurry.
Well, I tell you, Oxford is going to have to dig it deep in the second half, if not for the next 8 minutes and 24 seconds, as basically...
Nice job, Ian Jones, able to shred his offensive lineman and get a tackle for a loss. That's his 4th tackle for a loss this season. He was able to haul in his first touchdown of the season last week, late in the game, to really put the nail in the coffin for us.
Looking to go deep in the air, and he'll get it right and pick up he'll first down and maybe another flag, and that could go against Oxford on that one.
Yeah, that might be face
Pass
mask on
interference.
Oxford, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that was. What did you say it might be?
Might be face mask on Oxford. Let's see what he says.
And if that is very costly against Oxford.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And
That's
that
going to be
will
an
go
additional 15 yards, I believe.
You don't need to give West Bloomfield that.
No, definitely not. They can make their own mistakes by doing silly things like not being disciplined and jumping off sides and false starts. Let them do that. Don't give them extra yards. They don't need any help there. Right, Jim?
Exactly. West Bloomfield's been hurt, but that one hurt there. Oxford big time right there. And the handoff right side. He rolls around, and he is going to go.
Luke Johnson, fumble!
Another fumble again, but in.
Recovered by Jameer Benjamin, who was on the end around there with a gain of about 13, which should bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and deep in their territory.
West Bloomfield definitely has a lot of speed and a lot of size. So we come in as an underdog in those
Definitely.
categories.
I mean, yes. And like I said, the problems they were having, Oxford should have capitalized on it. We didn't capitalize on
Nice
that.
job, Reed Swiskowski with the trip up.
Carried by Nance.
Swiskowski on the tackle. Second down.
I just ordered our wings from the wing company. I did.
Shout out to everybody watching. Thank you so much for chiming in to Oxford Community Television live stream.
Let me guess who's there.
You got quite a few tonight, Jim.
I bet you Steve's the first one.
Oh, Steve is in there for sure. Swain around the end, or Davis Swain rather.
2 yards.
Yes. 2 yards shy of the goal line, something he was looking for, but Oxford defense said not this time.
Is it a big third down when it's 3rd and 1?
Oh, absolutely. That's 3rd and goal technically. Still big 3rd down, yes.
I tell you, these guys have definitely not the ones you want to put them there.
And Nance is going to find a hole right in between the center and guard and go in for a touchdown.
Nance into the end zone, touchdown. Lakers.
Roger, Steve, Torque, all thanks for chiming in. I know there's a few fans at home chiming in and watching as well. Lucy, Charlotte, hi. Hope you guys are having a great time staying warm at home and watching the game.
And it goes through, and that's the extra point made.
Extra point is good.
We have a flag on that one. I'm glad I updated it on Max Prep Center. Oh, boy. And who will be offsides maybe against offense?
It is false start on the offense.
They'll still get a chance to boot it
We're
in.
going to re-kick. You're correct.
And I hate to tell you, because of my Max Prep set, I hope he makes it. I know I don't. I don't. I'll correct it. I'm sorry. I don't want him to make it. That's one thing with this Max Preps. Once you update the score, you're done.
I know. It's tough to fix.
I hope he doesn't make it, and then I'll have to edit something. Okay, don't make it.
The hold by Nigel Dutton.
Here goes. Does he get it?
Right through.
Okay.
Just to the left. It was close. It wasn't right through center like last time.
He shanked it.
No, it was right through the uprights.
That one he had earlier on the 3-point was that hit the bar when it went over.
Yeah, it just squeaked in there.
17-0. Your Cats, this could get out of hand real fast in the first half. Coach Line's down there. We talked to Coach Line at the Scarecrow Fest this past week. Caught him enjoying time with his family downtown, and he said that, you know what, they're gutting it out and they're doing the best they can.
Let's go, Dini and the equestrian team.
Last week we had Owen Pavlock and Luke Johnson back as receivers. They've switched up the kick return formation a little bit and now have the up backs with Johnson and Liam O'Neill, and then Pavlock being the lone deep man.
And they must score here, hopefully, on this one. Big boot.
Shades to his
Padlock,
left.
and he says, I'm going all the way. I think he said that. He got stopped up, and a bunch of them on top of him. Now, I would say if you go in the locker room with a score here, that's going to be an emotional uplift. Yeah, you almost have to score here, otherwise it's going to be an out-of-hand situation.
With just under 6 minutes left, you definitely have the time to be able to punch one, maybe even two in if you can get a quick 3 and out, something we haven't done yet, but would be great to see.
Over center, going to the air, and he's in trouble. He scampers out of it, and he will roll.
Nice job, Jack.
For a first down, Jack. Manages to scamper out of a Laker chess match.
That's been our bread and butter, that simple play action, roll out, look for your first read progression of that running back or fullback, leak it out of the backfield, and then further past that is, I believe, a tight end on a deeper out route. Nothing was there. He tucked it, ran it, gain of 12 yards. We'll take that all day.
Jack Hendricks out over center, hands off, boom, up the side he goes. Johnson
Johnson tried to stiff arm the Jonathan Edison, who had a interception very early in the game against Clarkston, which really seemed like a turning point for them, but ultimately they still ended up with the L.
5:22 right now, second quarter. Clock is ticking down. Hendricks over center. He's got two wideouts each side, one in the back. Holds on to it again. A little screen pass.
Dean Rice.
That is got by.
Exact same play as last week. He took it for 47 yards last week, and this time he had a gain of about 31.
Completed pass to number 25, Dean Rice.
That'll be a Wildcat first down.
It's 2 times that he's been targeted now. First time was that interception. This time handoff to Luke Johnson. He's got the end around with the stiff arm again. Try for against Edison, but doesn't happen. Gain of about 7.
Luke Johnson brought down by Edison. Second down.
Second down and still about 10. Cats are hopefully going to punch one in here before they hit the locker room.
We're putting a great charge in towards the end zone here, Jim.
Got my order in for the Detroit Wing Company. I just texted Pam, the owner, because they are giving wings away today. It just seems they always miss us. I don't know why. I know Joe Hollywood Calhoun wants his wings.
Going to be offsides. Yeah, 45 jumped.
And again, Lakers hurting themselves on this one.
That's going to give us a first down, too.
I mean, Cats need to capitalize on these problems the Lakers are giving them.
Junior Jonathan Gabriel on the jump, ultimately giving us a first down with that 5-yard penalty.
Checking in, number 13, you know his name, Owen Pavlock.
Offsides, Lakers.
Drew Cady checks
penalty.
out.
Will be a Wildcat first down.
Still got yellow laundry on the field over there. Past the he didn't pick it up. Far right side.
Pavlock.
Roll out to Pavlock or to Johnson. And that'll be a march in. He's going to go all the way to, should be first down.
He's just, if he's not there, he is just shy.
Do you see the flag out there? I mean,
I think it's a pink towel from the other team.
Okay,
from up here, though, I'll give you that. Against the blue, it does have a shade of yellow to it.
Okay. I know it was, yeah.
For those of you just joining, it is West Bloomfield 17, Oxford 0, but we are right here knocking on the doorstep of our first score. Oh no, false start on us. That's going to be false start on Pavlock, who is in a tight end position, 3-point stance, something we haven't seen from him.
That'll bring it to first and about 11 now. Is that a 5-yarder, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be first and goal from the 13, I'm sorry.
First and 13, actually. And again, they need to capitalize here before they roll into the locker room. Going in with 7-17, that's the least doable. Cats not for the lack of trying. They need to punch it in. Big defensive stance again with West Bloomfield.
Johnson, just an absolute bruiser. Lower in the shoulder, a great individual effort, gain of 6.
And now we're in the angle called I don't see. I have to look at Jeb's monitor on this one. So we'll take a look at the gander at the monitor. We have a great press box here, but it gets down to the one side and you get kind of cut off here. Unless you're up on your feet like Travis.
Yeah, I stand the entire game. I absolutely love it.
He is one beefcake stander.
Appreciate that, Jim.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, lined up here to see if they can punch it in.
Oh, no. Nice job. That's unfortunate.
And did Hendricks get dropped?
Hendricks did not. Thankfully, he was able to get the ball out to Cady, Drew Cady specifically, but that's going to result in a 3-yard loss.
The ball carrier down.
Well, you
Third
got the
down.
boot of Jay. Again, they still got one more chance to punch it in here. Clock rolls 2:23, and I think they would like to go in with a 7 to 17, but at worst case scenario, maybe a 3-point.
Third down
shot.
has been our arch nemesis. We're only 33% on third down. Last week we went 1
Clock
for
continues
7.
to roll.
Champagne and Pavlok split out to the left.
They're going to go to the air. He's in trouble. He's going to roll around, and he will.
Oh my God! With
Take
the
it
fake.
home.
Oh, it is really, really close.
It
He
could be
tried
a
to
fir-
lower
it
his
could-
shoulder.
It could be a. It's going to be very close.
It's going to be 4th and 2. 4th and goal. I'm sorry. Jack tried to lower his shoulder into. I want to say it was Brandon Davis Swain, who has legitimately probably 120 pounds on him.
And they are going to send the field goal crew out, obviously.
No, Jack's going to stay in. I mean, I
Okay,
like
maybe
the
not.
aggressiveness. Let's see if it pays off, Jim.
Brody Moore checks in.
Ian Jones
We'll
coming
call
off the
this
field.
Dan,
Katie
Dan,
off
we'll
the
call
field.
This the Dan Campbell.
This is like they're expecting something right up the middle. And of course, we're
Here
going
we
to come
go.
out and spread
Cats
it
are
out.
digging
Trips
down.
right.
They need to get something here before they hit the locker room. Going to the air, going to the air.
Touchdown,
Touchdown,
Oxford!
Oxford. Who got that? Who got it? Cats get in with the 6. Now, will they go for 2 or 1?
It was really tough to see who all was out there. We lined up trips. We rolled to the right into that trips or that side of the formation. Katie was over there, but I really could not tell who made that catch.
Katie's kick ended up in the pier. Extra point is good.
And the score update now,
Bobcats 7.
7 to 17, a little bit more doable at 1:45. We'll be going to our video right here as we get into the half. Once again, I hope you guys are having a good time watching the game at home. Thank you for checking in on Facebook Live, or I should say YouTube Live.
Trying to review the footage to see who caught that. We had Katie, Brody Moore, and Dean Rice all lined up on that side of the field.
And ready for the big boot of Katie.
Dean Rice. Dean Rice with his second reception of the year and third reception of the year and second touchdown of the year. A squib kick all the way into the end zone.
And that'll bring it out to the 20.
Katie's kick into the end zone.
And we will see the next minute and 45. Can the D hold them? It'd be nice to hit the locker room at 17 to 7. Maybe the Cats will even get it back. We're not quite sure there yet. The score right now is 17 to 7. The weather holds out. Not a bad night right now. It's a big fall night here in the home stadium.
1:45 left in the second quarter. Oxford comes out in their very stout 4-3 defense. They have allowed 26 points at a game, but have also come across 2 wins. I'm not really sure what that play was, but everyone on the West Bloomfield team lined up in the same spot and decided to just say, hey, you get it, and was able to get a first down.
First down Lakers.
3 different receivers lined up, and ultimately all were good, together in a bunch formation about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. Nance with a 5-yard penalty.
Tries to launch it, and he'll get brought to the, but he'll complete the pass.
Nice job, Liam O'Neill, to bring down a much bigger player. Wide receivers can take notes there. As soon as you see your quarterback in trouble, working back towards him, giving him an open receiver, open target, easy to find, and that's exactly what Brandon Swain did. Gain of...
And he got plummeted right when he launched the ball. He had to hand that to the Lakers, man.
Back to 5 wide, trips left, 2 receivers stacked on the right. Nance with a bubble screen, and that ball is off the turf. How's that a pick? All right, there we go. Incomplete.
Nance's pass intended for Dutton was incomplete. Second down.
57.3 ticks on the clock as they go to the locker room. And they need to hold them here. You don't want to let them punch another one in.
4 receivers to his left, 1 in motion. Bad snap.
Bad snap. And he loses
Another
it
fumble.
again. It's a fumble.
Anderson Krupa on the pressure along with Ian Jones.
Nance brought down by A.J. Krupa.
Krupa, he fumbled it actually twice if you look at that.
Yeah, that was. I'm not really sure how he was able to keep his composure.
He fumbled it, got it back, tried to get up, and then fumbled it again.
Yeah.
And Krupa was right on top of him.
That's going to bring up a third and 33.
Another break for Oxford and another chance where the Lakers hurt themselves. Timeout, I believe, called here. Right in about 18 ticks there. We are going to be going to our video sponsors. Once again, we are about to cover basketball, or we do that in December. And if you want to sponsor, November, I guess.
Yeah,
okay,
November.
a little bit sooner. And if you'd like to sponsor the basketball, you know what? Hey, you can eat wings in the gym. So you can sponsor any one of our sporting contests, any one of our programs. Contact our office at 248-628-9658.
They just released the basketball schedule, too. I saw it on Twitter earlier this week.
Anyways, as I say, we take any sponsorships, and that's why we're able to go on the road and do some of these contests because you guys sponsored. I knew that was coming.
Five receivers, 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Motion in. It's going to be another bubble screen action to Nigel Dutton. Pitch out. That's going to bring 6.5 seconds left for the second quarter.
6.5 seconds, and even on their demise, they were able to capitalize. But as I say, again, tonight, the breakdown I'm going to say is West Bloomfield is hurting West Bloomfield. That's what I'm going to tell you. I mean, what do you think, Steve Wilson?
Yeah, we haven't seen too many people chime in the live chat.
Steve called you a superstar. I'm watching the chat, too.
Yeah, I haven't seen my chime in here recently. I'm not sure what's going
chiming?
on. No, not chiming, nothing.
Come on, do some chiming out there. Chiming. We're waiting for some wings. Anybody in the wing company sees us, get on there and bring them. We'll test them out. Look at that. The middle brook, they got it. 6.5 ticks on the clock. Got to say hi to the broadcast team tonight. Want to say hi to Joe Hollywood Calhoun. He's down there in the thick of it all. We want to say hi to Travis Wilson, the star. We also want to say hi to Jebediah Calhoun. Marissa Ruska, who's dealing with the top stuff up top. Dan, I ate the apples twice. I'm Jim Hughes. We are bringing it to you.
Field goal attempt. A fumble.
Another fumble.
Can we get a...
They hurt themselves again.
That is not a bad thing. Fumbled snap, or a fumbled...
First down Wildcats.
So
fumbled hold.
What can you do at 2.1 seconds? I think you have to pass.
If you're... okay, are we conservative or are we aggressive here? I wouldn't be surprised to see a shot downfield, But I also wouldn't be surprised to see us just take a very conservative knee and go into
I say at 17-7, you got to go for it.
I don't disagree, Jim. I don't disagree at all. Or you could be probably right in the middle, hand off to Luke Johnson and just let him get a few yards and then go into half.
Well, 30-yard loss, he said. 30 years loss.
Yeah. Trips left. Single receiver to the top of the formation.
I think he's going for a big time. Come on.
Luke Johnson around the end. He's got a screen play.
And the play still continues on. It'll wrap it up. That'll be the end of the half. The score is 17-7. We are going to go and represent our sponsors. Jim Hughes, Travis Wilson will bring it back in the second half. 17-7 right now. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Let's go, Wildcats.
Oxford football is brought to you by the Detroit Wing Company of Oxford, located on the northeast corner of Drainer and Lapeer. Offers 20 signature sauces for their classic wings. Their boneless wings, the menu also includes signature crispy chicken sandwiches, mac and cheese, poutine, and so much more. Happy hour, 20% off wings, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. Stop by and pick up your entire tailgate for the big game.
Let's hear it for your varsity dance team.
welcome to the field your 2023 Oxford Wildcat Marching Band. In 1994, Michael Flatley inspired the world with his fancy footwork set to traditional Irish folk tunes. Tonight, we celebrate those Celtic sounds under the leadership of drum majors Sarah Gibbons, Madison McGuire, Allison Hepp, and Josh Curtis, with color guard captains Ava Karen and Miranda Moore. The Wildcat Band proudly presents the music of Riverdale. Big congratulations to the band on their second place finish last weekend at the Troy Athens Scholastic Invitational. The Scholastic season continues next Saturday at the Alma College Invitational.
Well, folks, I'm not sure if you can see it on the screen, but the rain is coming down.
I feel bad for Marissa. We sent her to the top with a pair of hand warmers, and she's cold. I'm just telling you, she's chilly.
Yeah,
up
there's
there.
no way she's not. There's no way. Definitely gave her as much of warmth as we could and positive vibes to try to keep her warm up there. But
we handed out to Marissa gets Employee of the Game. Hey, Dan, tell her we voted her Employee of the Game. Did he tell her?
it's really
We're going to get you some hot wings. Huh? We are? You know what it was? After we invited her as Employee of the Month, she said, "Hey, heck with no, you know we're okay. We're one slight failure there." And there we are. Oh, that was not even. That was a great shot there. Okay, back to it here. We didn't miss anything. We had a bit of a burp in there. But we are okay right now. Rain falling. I'm not sure if you can see it out there. It is a wet field, and will that play any difference on the game plan? Cats are probably used to playing on the field when it's like that. Now, what about the Lakers? Anyways, we'll see what happens. 17-7. It's not undoable. Cats kick off to the West Bloomfield Lakers.
Caden's kick is through the end zone. 1st and 10 Lakers.
all right. Big defensive series here for Oxford. Got to come out and smack him in the mouth.
And handoff right, left side actually. Gains maybe and still running and gains a first down.
Not really sure how he continued there. Looked like he stepped out. He did. He did step out around with just a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7.
That was Cameron Flowers around the end.
$11:51. We're on right now, guys.
Yeah, Rick Nance with lowering his shoulder with a gain of about 7 for a West Bloomfield first down.
Dan, we're on. Oh.
Bloomfield first down.
Oh. Good block in there, but they're going to drop him and he'll get pushed into the Oxford line. Number 6, I believe that was, right?
You're correct. Number 6 came around for about an 8-yard gain.
Cameron Flowers on the run.
Push Flowers out of bounds. 2nd down.
2nd and 10, about 2, actually. And they're marching it down the field again. Now the big break here is they get down within the striking range and something goes wrong. Again, that's pretty much been the game plan tonight. However, they've been managed to capitalize and get 17 points. Great pass from the QB. He rolls out. He's still rolling. He's dodging a bunch of Oxford defenders.
Yeah, Marquise Morris on his third reception of the night, gain of 20 plus yards there.
Marquise Morris on the run after, I tell you, he was dodging Oxford players over there. Out of the shotgun, Riquez Nance.
Quarterback keeper around the left side. He's got an
go
open
first
field
down and more. A few about 3 yards after the first there.
Brody Moore thankfully able to trip him up.
First down, Lakers.
We have
first and 10 again for the Lakers.
Anderson Krupa kind of limping. They've been going to a
out of the shotgun, big high snap, holds on to it, and trying to look somewhere. He's got cats everywhere, and he'll get maybe 5 out of the 5 on the keeper. That would be Riquez and Nance. I don't know. I think you would say it's Riquez, right?
Riquez, or they call him Rick.
Oh, that's probably
a little bit easier for you, right?
Rick Nance,
yes.
QB for the Lakers.
Not sure if you recall our game last year against
oh, no, I
them.
didn't. I was on the field last year. I didn't see much of it.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I was way in bad territory. Pass to number 2, Marquise Morris. He gets up to, about the 5-yard line?
Gonna take it right down to about the 5-yard line. You're correct. Looked like a hold way out here on Pavlock. Not really sure how we came about not getting that call, but we did not. And a large gain for them. Lakers now on the 5-yard line looking to punch another one in.
And he holds on to it. Cats grab him, and they'll get brought down for maybe a yard gain.
Reed Sikowski right there and agreed him behind the line. Did not bring him down. Sean Wilson there to clean it up.
Take the ball carrier.
I just seen Hollyland come across there. Did you?
Second and goal.
Oh. In goal here, and he's going to hold on to it, and I believe he punched it in.
Champagne in from the left side, or his cornerback position, was able to get his arms around the legs.
Illegal motion against your Lakers again.
Yeah, Lakers continue to be a penalized team over and over. They've averaged at least 1.5 or so per series so far.
So another break for Oxford.
Nance wanting some clarification as to what the penalty call was and why. Wouldn't be surprised to see number 11 involved on this play. He really hasn't been this entire series, so be looking for a little maybe dump off to him or
the shotgun, he's going to hold on to it and roll. He'll get stopped by the line and maybe for still about a 4-yard gain on the keeper,
Luke
Rick
Johnson.
Nance.
Luke Johnson came up and just stuck him in his spot right at the 2-yard line. Met him mano a mano, won that battle.
I missed that. And he holds on to it again, and this time he will not be denied. Nance will punch it in for a TD. No flags on the play that time. Nance on the keeper.
On the field for the hold is Mr. Dunton, and then 43 to kick. He puts it through the uprights, bringing the score 24-7. Kind reminder that you are brought Oxford varsity football games by the one and only Oxford Community Television. Every Friday night, home and away games.
And what, you want to do a sponsor here? I'm going to have you do it again. Okay, here. You got to go Wing Company first, and then you go Barron.
What if I flip
and then Oxford? Well, if you mess up, we don't pay you tonight.
Okay, I don't get paid tonight. Okay.
Here's Travis's. He's going to read some
Oxford Community Television coverage brought to you by Barron Industries.
Nope, you had to do the Wing Company first.
Sorry. Oxford Community Television brings you by the generous Detroit Wing Company of Oxford. Stop by and pick up your entire tailgate for the big game. And folks that are here, I'm not sure why you'd be looking at us, but they are right here parked up back. They have their food truck here tonight.
Okay.
Barron Industries, Oxford Community Television coverage brought to you by Barron Industries. Just celebrated the centennial birthday, 100 years old. Congrats, Barron Industries. And, of course, the Oxford Community Bank, once again donating. So we're able to bring you Oxford football, Oxford's hometown bank.
There you go. You passed. You did good. I think your dad would love that, too. Good job.
Squib kick.
Bad. Oh, they almost didn't get it.
It's okay.
That was, what?
Liam O'Neill on the
he kind of grabbed it and slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, it is very wet down on the field. I'm sure Joe Hollywood Calhoun can attest to that. Field conditions are just getting wetter by the moment. And I would be very surprised to see us go to any sort of deep threat ball. I would imagine we're going to keep it on the ground a whole lot.
And that's not going to really get us anywhere with this team.
Luke Johnson with the cutback. He looks for about a 4-yard gain there.
Second in, it'll be about, 6, I would say.
McCord and Edison on the tackle. Second down.
24-7, that's the painful number we don't want to rely on, but Cats are going to try to put a little bit more up on the board, hopefully. Rolling out Hendricks, he passes to number...
Wow. Great catch by Eli Carpenter at the sideline.
Carpenter on that one.
His second reception of the game. Or I'm sorry, first reception because the first one was incomplete, I believe.
That'll be a Wildcat first down.
That's a really tough throw in dry conditions, let alone in these wet conditions here. Middle of the third quarter, Oxford putting a little bit of a drive together on this series. 1st and 10 with Carpenter in motion. Ultimately hands off to Luke Johnson. Johnson stopped in the backfield by a slew of Lakers.
Luke Johnson on the carry.
Should be about, 3rd and...
Epsy and Hayes on the tackle.
That'll be Stu. Now we're seeing a lot of heavy rain in here, too.
Yeah, rain is coming down.
Poor Marissa. Oh, my God. Poor Marissa up top. And, poor Joe Hollywood Calhoun. Does he have a raincoat, Joe Hollywood? Oh, boy. Get the band warmed up now. And it is really coming down here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is raining bad.
Luke Johnson trying to find a hole somewhere in that defensive line, but was able to only get about 2 yards, bringing up 3rd and 9.
3rd and 12 on a very cold, rainy fall evening on the 3rd quarter. Cats are down again, 24-7.
By far our worst night of weather so far, Jim. We've been spoiled. You and I were talking at halftime how spoiled we've been with just phenomenal weather from the first game to last game. And today, not so much. Michigan said, oh, by the way, I'm still here.
Roll out. He's in trouble. He's got a defender coming up on him. Still rolling out. Little
Great
screen
job.
pass, and it'll go out of bounds, and that'll preserve a 4th and 9.
Thrown out of bounds.
We ran that play quite a few times tonight, and it's worked. It has. That time, Jack was greeted by Mr. Davis Swain pretty quickly. Was able to throw a little shoulder fake and get out into some open field to be able to get his eyes downfield, and chose to throw it out of play instead of an potential interception.
Katie for the boot on the punt.
Great punt. His best of the night so far, and that's going to get down inside the 5. That is incredible.
Jay Katie on the boot.
On the 2-yard line.
His brother walks off the field with him, congratulates him, Drew Katie, who will have one more year at the school. Drew and Jay both double bill as a soccer player. They were here last night and they won.
Oxford girls golf team for winning the OAA White Division Championship. Girls golf will now compete in the MHSAA Regional next Wednesday.
Definitely having some camera difficulties. We're going to try and get you guys back up as quick as we can.
Well, I think we're still on. It's just we're not on camera. So you can still hear us on the feed. I guess
go to radio. Yeah, this is your wheelhouse, Jim.
Well, there we go. Here we're in radio now while we, again, a very bad storm. We're going to get our cameras off the roof. Is Joe Hollywood Calhoun's camera working? No, he's on. Really unseasonably raining. I mean, unbelievable. Big run, and they pick up first down. This could be more, and
Brandon Davis
he's still
Swain
running and dropped at about the 50.
Luke Johnson on that tackle.
And I tell you, this coupled with the bad weather. Are you still hearing us on radio?
No, it looks like they have no sound as of right now. We'll continue to call the game as if we are live. Do our best here.
Again, weather conditions. This is really the first bad weather we've had all year long. And I tell you, that team over there, if you're, I'm not seeing what Oxford's doing, but West Bloomfield, they are, I don't know if they're excited or if that's cold.
All right, mics are back, but we have not seen video come back.
Big run around the corner, and Katz will try to stop him. Number 2.
Marquise Morris with the...
and Morris is going to hold on and take it home.
That is...
Morris, from that second effort, takes it down for another TD.
Morris was met by quite a few defensemen from Oxford right around the 30-yard line. Looked like we had him wrapped up, but somehow, some way, he squirreled his way out of there and took it all the way to the house for another West Bloomfield Laker touchdown. With the extra point pending, it'll be 30-7 currently. Rick Nance now in the hold, the snap, the hold, the kick, and it is good.
Extra point is good. West Bloomfield 31, Oxford 7.
31-7. Yeah, Drew Holt, that's what it's like, a radio broadcast. Drew, we appreciate you watching. We just had a complete dump, and all our cameras were on the top roof, and our rover was down there, and they knocked our cameras out. Again, we will continue to broadcast this, and I guess going to be like radio, I guess. So the score right now, 31-7. And it is a commanding lead right now by the West Bloomfield Lakers in a very, very challenging night weather-wise.
Wouldn't be surprised to see squib kick. Number 43 back to make the kick. And we have Luke Johnson, Owen Pavlock, and Liam O'Neill all back to receive. Bounce up over the top of Liam O'Neill's head. He grabs it, go around the right side, tries to cut back, and ultimately slips down in this monsoon of weather that we're having right now with no sign of relief in the rain coming down.
Yeah, well, they said they had this thing forecasted, and I mean, they knew it was coming, and I tell you, it's like I said, it showed up, and it showed up fast. So 31-7 at 4:40 in the third.
Definitely have kind of had a sputtering start to our second half of football for the Oxford Wildcats. Hopefully we get something started here. Handoff left to Luke Johnson. He's around the left side. Puts his shoulder into number 25, Jonathan Edison, the junior cornerback of the Lakers.
On the tackle, second down.
Trying to do our best to get live video back. Camera looks like we've got one of them. Let us know. Drew, thank you.
We got one camera back here.
Camera one is back. Amazing.
And that's great. I mean, is Marissa going to be okay? That's the thing.
Handoff Johnson, and you can see he kind of tiptoes into his cut back towards the left side hash marks. With a gain of about 4, brings up 32.
On the stop, third down.
Okay, Steve, got the traffic reference, buddy. Appreciate that, bud. Come on down. We'll let you help.
First down.
37 still watching or listening.
Unbalanced set. We went with a hard count and was able to draw the offsides from number 45. His second or maybe even third encroachment penalty. That's going to give us a 5-yard gain without us doing anything and a 1st and 5 look.
It looks like if you take a look at it, you don't see this on camera, but you got an entire parking lot unloading over there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Everybody's heading home. They're going to watch it on YouTube.
Luke Johnson looking for Jake Champagne. Ooh, that ball is missiled through Luke Johnson's hand. He was all of maybe 10 yards from Jack, who decided to throw a 95-mile-an-hour fastball at him in this weather.
Hendricks is trying to find him there.
Yeah. He looked towards Champagne, who was coming across the middle on a deep post route. He was very close to being open. Hard to say whether or not that would have been a completed pass in this weather or not, though, Jim.
Wildcats are kind of standing still on the sideline, but if you look across the way, the Lakers are all jumping up to stay warm. I mean, I guess, you know.
Hand off to Luke Johnson along the right side.
Maybe about first down out of it. And that'll move the chains.
That's going to take him probably past the 500-yard mark for the season. Has 66 attempts, a little over 7 yards average. He's got 5 touchdowns so far this year. A couple receptions as well. Kid's just a great athlete on and off the field. Katie motion across the formation, hands off to Luke Johnson. Luke Johnson around that tight end.
Another first, he'll get denied by about maybe 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the ball carry, brought down by a host of Lakers.
2nd and 8.
There is nobody practically in the stands still. Love the commitment.
Now what about below us here?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot. There's a lot of.
Is the band still there?
The band is gone too.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those nights that you want to, yeah.
Luke Johnson
There's
on the
Johnson
carry.
on the carry. That should move the chains again.
You're absolutely correct, Jim. A nice little off tackle run by Luke Johnson along the left side, giving us a first down.
Cats are marching down the field. We got a few. See where we're at. We got about $1:40 in the third quarter.
Last week we ran the ball 8 times out of the 14 first downs we had. Ran the ball 8 times. So we obviously are a very run-heavy team, and even more so now in these conditions.
How's Stony Creek doing tonight? Big carry. Johnson up for another first down.
Luke Johnson.
Away. He's going to go all the way. I'm not sure.
Luke Johnson, an absolutely amazing individual effort. Came up the middle of the field, shredded a couple tackles, lowered his shoulder for a great positive gain, and we are right there knocking on the doorstep for a score.
First down, and again, Cats are trying to get up on the board and hopefully salvage a part of the game right now.
Back to that zone read with the left side, and Johnson in for another Wildcat touchdown. That'll bring your score 31-13 with a little over 1 minute to play in the third quarter. A lot of football left, Jim. And with this as undisciplined of a team that we've seen West Bloomfield be with turnovers and penalties, we might have a nice little inkling of a chance here. We tried to throw for a 2-point conversion, but it is incomplete.
We got it. Okay, now we got to remind you about why we're doing this. Detroit Wing Company bringing you Oxford football. Stop by and get your entire tailgate from the Detroit Wing Company. Also, our good friends at Barron Industries. Barron Industries celebrating 100 years old. They bring you Oxford. Helping us out. And the Oxford Bank, your hometown bank. Oxford Bank bringing Oxford football to you.
Match times are 5:30 for freshmen and JV, and the varsity will begin at 7. We hope you can come out and support the Wildcat volleyball program.
31, did they get the extra one or no?
No, they went for a 2-point conversion and was incomplete to Katie. The rain continues to come down, Jim, in buckets. Absolute buckets out there. Players kind of getting into the music a little bit. Starting to bounce up and down. They're feeling it. A great kick by Katie. He's going to put fumble or a muffed kick return catch on the 1, brought up all the way to the 24 by number 6, Cameron Flowers.
Barrett and Carpenter on the tackle. First and 10, Lakers.
(31-13), and the rain continues to fall. Marissa, we brought her down. Who's up there now? Is John? Who?
Dan took over.
Dan's running it.
Yeah. Owen Pavlock motions in towards the
big run, and he
fumble.
Oh, Cats, and they get it back.
Not sure who that was. Number 7. A great hit. A great hit by our defense. Caused the fumble. Popped straight up into the air. Number 7 for the Lakers recover.
They've had about 3 or 4 fumbles tonight.
You're not wrong, Jim. Lots of turnovers we have yet to be able to capitalize on. We've only recovered 1 fumble so far. Big pop. Sean Wilson out there. Dean Rice also involved out there. Brendan Cass out there. That will bring the third quarter to a close with a score of 31-13. You're watching Oxford Wildcat football only on OCTV.
And we're going to take a slight break, and do you want to play the video? Okay, we got the video.
Oxford football is brought to you by the Detroit Wing Company of Oxford, located on the northeast corner of Drainer and Lapeer. Offers 20 signature sauces for their classic wings. Their boneless wings. The menu also includes signature crispy chicken sandwiches, mac and cheese, poutine, and so much more. Happy hour, 20% off wings, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. Stop by and pick up your entire tailgate for the big game.
Back to West Bloomfield, has a ball on offense. Rick Nance around the left side here. And very close to a hold/block in the back. Nance ran it out of bounds with about a 13-yard gain. Brings up another first down.
11:53 right now in the fourth.
Formation shift on defense to account for the offensive formation. Swain motions to the left as a down lineman, tight end. Champagne and Ian Jones on the tackle. I'm sorry. Yes.
Take the ball carrier. Jones in on the tackle.
Jake Champagne and Ian Jones. Ian Jones on his final season will be a great player that will forever be remembered here. Kid's got a lot of heart, plays hard every single snap that he's on the field. It's great to see someone like that never give up until the final whistle.
Master control. Dan Weiss is up on the big camera. Out of the shotgun, and hands off and gets, that's going to be right close to a first down.
As number 12, Jameer Benjamin on the carry. Brings up
take the ball carrier. Jones
just shy of a first down. Looks like it's going to be called 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
It's 3rd down.
The rain's kind of falling. I mean, it's still falling out there.
It's coming down. Anybody that doesn't have an umbrella outside right now is absolutely drenched. Empty.
Well, like I said, we had 4.5 weeks or 5 weeks of great weather. This is the first fall-like night tonight. 3rd down and 1 for the Lakers. And hands off to number 2. We know who that is, Marquise Morris.
And he's going to slide in.
And he'll get a first down on that one.
Down. That'll stop the clock momentarily just to get those chains set.
Carrying the ball for a first down. Brought down by Johnson. 1st and 10 Lakers.
And again, what once was a sort of a packed house, we're down to I guess you'd call these the people that would hang out at Lambeau, you know? These are the people you'd see up there at Lambeau Field.
Yeah, those cheeseheads are a different breed when it comes to crazy weather.
Now, I don't like the players didn't anticipate rain tonight, and you can see the West Bloomfield players just jumping up and down trying to stay warm. Out of the shotgun and hands off up the middle, 5-yard gain, and that would be again. Was that Marquise?
Tate, the ball carrier.
That's going to
Tate,
be
number
yes,
9.
Joshua Tate, number. And he's a junior. As a junior, he's already got 3 offers: Eastern Kentucky, Marshall, Toledo, and he visited Northwestern last weekend.
Now, how does Dan end the broadcast if he's up top?
Woo. Couldn't tell you on that one.
I hope somebody knows how to shut it off.
Easy. Unplug. We saw it earlier.
We normally go off. We go off without having to worry about it. I mean, out of the shotgun and hands off to I believe that's going to be Marquise up the middle.
Joshua Tate on the carry.
Tate again on the carry.
Josh Tate on the carry.
Josh Tate making the reel for the big colleges right now. Are we behind on any of this stuff?
Gosh, last I looked, we were not.
Still got all these to do. We still got a few sponsors to do in this fourth quarter there, boss. Next break, we'll do one, okay? Big D calling for the D, everybody who's left in the stands. And keeper up the middle. He'll pick up the first down. We've seen him do it before, Nance.
Nance, the ball carrier.
Oof.
We call him Rick. He has it's a Rick has a Nance.
That'll be a Laker first down.
Lake Orion still leads 27-14, but
Now, did we find out Stony Creek's score or no?
looking right now.
Because I'm wondering, because they were down at the bottom of the OAA Red. We put them onto that one last week.
Yeah, the last score update I saw was 6-0 Adams.
Okay, out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 again.
Yeah, they're just winding down the clock, snapping the ball inside the 5-second mark
Back
of the
to
play
number
clock.
13, Josh Tate. Giving Josh Tate the highlight reel.
Yeah, the ground and pound game right now is just too difficult to stop with the wet conditions and these guys just running downfield hard.
Now, what I'm saying is if you were a Laker and you went back and looked at the film, a lot of mistakes that you would not want to make in front of like a Clarkston or even a Rochester Adams, you know?
You're absolutely correct,
because,
Jim.
I mean, there was a lot of mental mistakes here that Oxford did not really capitalize on.
Yeah, Oxford had a chance to definitely be a contender in this game had they been able to come up with a fumble or 2 more than they already did.
Tate up the middle, 1st down. And they got a pile up down there. Clock continues to roll at 6:18 in the 4th.
Entire Wildcat defense. Short of a first down. It's 3rd down.
It never get old, does it? It never gets old. It
Not even
never
the
gets
slightest.
old. JR, the house announcer, who's actually done this job before, he has this little thing, and we know it's 3rd down because they do a whole big rigmarole. Yeah.
There's
Cat's
not
got to hold him here.
Timeout.
And somebody will call timeout. Let's
That's
do one of these, John. Come on, let's do it.
It's a referee timeout.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Detroit Wing Company. Stop by and pick up your entire tailgate for the big game. Detroit Wing Company.
Luke Johnson with
and now we're still doing the announcements. We'll do the Barron Industries at 100-year-old Barron Industries, bringing you Oxford football, and then also the Oxford Bank, Oxford's hometown bank, bringing you Oxford football. There you go, Travis. Take it away.
Luke Johnson had some sort of equipment malfunction. Had to come off the field, grab Preston Wilder's helmet, and run straight back.
Hands off up the middle for maybe 3.
Yeah, Sean Wilson was right there potentially for a tackle in the backfield, but just over pursued just a bit. And with the slipperiness of the conditions and the quickness of Mr. Tate, he was able to gain about 5 yards for a first down.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you signed up for the Detroit Wing Company raffle, 1 year worth of wings, you have to be present to win, so stay tuned.
Handoff number 13. We know his name very well now, Josh Tate.
Dean Rice.
Dean Rice on the stop. And the Lakers are down, ready to punch it in again. Once again, rainy, cold night. Mr. Weiss running the big camera up there, and I don't even know if he took a coat up, did he?
he had some sort of outerwear, I'll say that much, as he went up.
Out of the shotgun, and there you go. Hands off to
Tate.
Josh
again.
Tate.
But
Josh
I'm
Tate
pretty
making
sure
the highlight reel today.
Sean Wilson was right there to meet him at the line of scrimmage to say, hey, I'll miss you once, but not again. Come and get it.
Is that a timeout? Let's do another one of these things. Let's go. Got to do these and wrap them up here on the 4th. Your entire broadcast is brought to you by the Detroit Wing Company. You know what? I stopped by the other day just so I say I could have some. I had some barbecue. Pick up your entire tailgate. They got great food there, great coleslaw. Great, is it called Botine? That's some good stuff. Also, Barron Industries, 100 years strong and bringing you Oxford football. And once again, the bank I love and the bank I know, the hometown bank, the only bank, the bank is Oxford Bank.
Brad, please head to the Detroit Wing Company tent, please.
All we got left are the videos. 3:49 here. We'll go to our sponsor videos at the end of it, and Travis and I will do a light breakdown. We'll go rescue Dan, and hopefully he'll be able to shut it off.
Above the stands is open nearest your buses when you're ready.
West Bloomfield, Nance again to take the snap. Hands off to number 12, Jameer Benjamin around the left side, in between the hash and the numbers for another West Bloomfield touchdown.
Jamar Benjamin.
It's kind of tough to tell from up here, Jim, how little or not the rain is coming down.
Look at the lights over there.
Yeah, it kind of looks deceiving though, and almost misty right now, but not at the same time.
Did he get that one?
And he put it right through the uprights. Brody Moore was very close to blocking that kick.
38-13. Safe to assume, I'm going to say it's a West Bloomfield victory on this one.
With 3 minutes and 44 seconds left, it'd be great to see us drive down and get another score.
Here's all they got to do.
Just a little too late.
All they have to do is try to figure this out, how they can win it, okay?
It's only a 25-point deficit.
25, okay.
Yep.
So all they got to do is score 3 touchdowns and go for 2 points and make them. It could happen.
You need and a field goal. You can do three touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, and a field goal.
Not undoable.
I mean, if you do each thing in about 46 seconds.
And those guys stop playing. I'm just kidding. 344. You know what? You gotta look at the positive on it, okay?
Ooh, that is
I'd pick
driven
it up and run
deep
just
into
to
the
heck with it. What
corner.
the heck? Go for the big run.
Liam O'Neill with some space. He's still on his feet.
And he'll get up to about what? 38-yard line?
Yes. You can tell how slippery the field conditions are as everybody that's trying to make a cut really tiptoes around any sort of cut, not wanting to get injured, but also not wanting to go down.
Hey, look, I never saw this before. Look at the locker room. There's never anybody in that room except when the football players going. We got the people from the stands in there tonight.
Yes, they made an announcement just a little bit ago for the away team. Hey, folks, you're more than welcome to go up there, and they opened it up for them.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Good job. But it should be a very relatively easy out because there's nobody in the. Everybody kind of bucked out, you know.
We're going to look
Hendrick's
for a pass.
on the move. He's looking for a nice. And he gets upended. Oh, man, I'll tell you who took that one hard was number 12, and that, of course, is Liam O'Neill. He got upended, but the guy that upended him is the one that's hurt.
Yeah, he
Number 7 upended him, and O'Neill popped up like it didn't hurt at all.
Yeah,
number 7 is Jaden Allos, who, if you would have saw how
oh, he's cramping up.
Oh, yeah, he hit him hard. 12 guys, I mean, as soon as he got the ball, he got hit.
Immediate cramp, too. As soon as he tried to get up, it was just like, oh, really uncomfortable.
Right. I mean, you would have thought O'Neill would have got the worst end of that one, and he didn't. And he is, it's a Jaden Ellis. He's an 11th grader for West Bloomfield. Up on his feet to walk back. Oh, no, that's number 7. Yeah. Jaden
Yeah, you're
Ellis.
correct. Yeah, you had it.
And he's running back, actually. But when he upended O'Neill, I mean, you thought O'Neill was going to be hurt on that one.
Definitely was going to have a hit that was questionable as far as whether or not he was going to be hurt. But O'Neill popped right back up.
He's like, give it, I want it again.
Yeah.
Come on. 3:19 here. Right, Cats got the ball. And off to the ground. And,
oh, no.
Intercepted again.
Off the hands of Dean Rice.
Yeah.
Edison on the interception.
It was supposed to go to 25, and 25 intercepted it. Rice, number 25, was supposed to get it. And he would cross paths with number 25, Jonathan Edison, 11th grader. Edison picked it, and that might be the period at the end of the sentence on that one.
Quite possibly could be the nail in the coffin, Jim. You're not wrong there.
Oh, I just don't want to say that word, the coffin. I don't want to say it. But it is October.
You're not wrong.
I like when you say I'm not wrong. I like that. Okay, I gotta log this in here. I don't even know how I'm supposed to log this in, but I'm gonna do it. Okay?
Interception.
Oh yeah, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I have not seen that.
Okay,
that
here we go.
interface.
It's an interception, and it is 3 minutes left.
Yep.
And we got, what yard line did they hit?
That was a call it the 36.
30. Oh, that's my dad's favorite number. And then we got 25. Okay?
Correct.
I did notice that. It was supposed to go to 25, and 25 got it, but just the wrong 25.
Just the wrong 25, yeah. Number 20 now in the game at cornerback.
And we got about 2:54. Jeb, be ready for the videos, okay? And we're going to pack up this little show. And still raining up there. Dan's Weiss, I hope he's still up. Can you talk to Dan up there?
I cannot.
How's
no.
he doing?
I'm sure cold.
Ask Dan how we shut it off. Or do we fade back or what?
Yeah, does he want us to, are we going to do like
I mean,
Dan, what do you want to do?
yeah, why don't we just break it down, and then we'll take the 2 videos, and we'll come back, and we'll break it down here without any camera. We don't need no camera.
Yeah, just a wide
We don't need no
shot.
stinking camera.
Champagne going inside. It looks like he might Oh.
Okay, is that what we're doing?
Delay game, West Bloomfield.
Dan Weiss, the cameraman on top.
I think the referees are about done with this game. He acted like he was going to throw his flag.
Now what they do?
Waved it in the air and then said delay a game.
2:11 left. And a bad snap again, but dropped on the carpet.
Snap recovered by Shakespeare. Third down.
After the commercials. Never gets old. Never gets old, the third down.
No,
Never
it
gets
is not.
old.
3rd and long with West Bloomfield looking to capitalize on something. 19 in motion. He gets the jet
And he
sweep.
gets dropped and no gain on that one.
Sean Wilson and Luke Johnson.
What we're going to do, I guess we're going to the break there, and then we'll come back. We'll break it down, and that'll be it, right? You got the video to roll out. Once again, I want to take the time to thank the broadcast team. We'll be back here again next Friday. I know Marissa's hoping for good weather. Finishing out our broadcast tonight, it'll be Dan Weiss. He's changed jobs twice tonight. Joe Hollywood Calhoun, Jebediah Calhoun, Marissa down here trying to stay warm, and Travis Wilson, our statistician and broadcaster, and yours truly, Jim Hughes. We're going to keep you to the end of it all. It's $1:25 here before we kill it at 4 in the fourth quarter.
Something I love doing is being able to research all the players that one are coming into the into the stadium, or something we're going to an away field. One player that sticks out on our team, Sean Wilson, got offered admission support and a home game invite to MIT.
Nice.
Shout out to Sean Wilson. Incredibly smart off the field and on the field. Kid does it all.
Yep, there you go. And that's kind of, you're here for education and football and athletics and that, and just, it's good that you get a good education. You know what? We had a pool tonight. How many lost cell phone cameras? Not one.
Because there's no one to
I took
lose.
6. Jeb, we had a lost wallet. We didn't have that in the poll. Jeb had 2, and I took 6.
There's not many folks to be able to lose cell phones left in the stadium.
Yeah. The shotgun number
20?
Yeah, is there a new quarterback for him?
They're correct. That is 4th down, which is going to be a turnover on downs. Oxford gets to take the field.
That was Jamal Shakespeare. Shakespeare, who's a senior for the team. I heard that Shakespeare was a good writer.
Pretty famous. Pretty famous. You're not wrong. A handful of stories.
Listen, you gotta reach for gold when there's no gold there, right?
Jack back in at quarterback.
Calling audibles on the conclusion of the game. Normally you see Travis and I on camera. We're not doing that tonight. We're going to get Dan off the roof. Buck 18, and will they take the knee or what? What do you? I don't know. I mean, might as well give him some time to play, right?
Absolutely. We're going to go to the air here. He's looking left. Scrambles to his right.
Good.
Got Dean Rice open for a catch.
First down.
And slithered his way into a first down.
And the clock didn't even move.
Hendrick's pass is complete to Dean Rice.
That took no time at all.
Voorhees on the tackle. That'll be a Wildcat first down.
Clock is going to roll now, though. It'd be nice if they could punch it in here. But 58 seconds, I don't think it's going to happen. And the clock will click down here where they do it out at 49 ticks left. 47. Hendricks looking long. And he will keep it. And he says, I'm going to maybe take it in. And he gets dropped at about the 25-yard line.
Great little scamper across the right side of the field for a pretty large gain. Puts us just outside the red zone.
Now, right after the contest here, we are going to go right to our 2 video sponsors. Travis and I will break it down shortly after that. And again, I mean, I'm going to say tonight's biggest enemy for West Bloomfield was West Bloomfield.
All three levels of Oxford football will play again next week. JV will travel to North Farmington on Wednesday, October 11th. The freshman team will go to Detroit Capital Central on Thursday the 12th. Our varsity team will be right back here versus North Farmington on Friday the 13th.
North Farmington in town here next week, and they are another tough one to play. 38-13. The Cats are trying to punch it in for one more score on the board.
Sponsored by Swiss Insurance Group, located in the Legacy Center. They specialize in everything insurance. If you have young drivers, be sure to reach out to Swiss. Southwest.
Jack Hendricks will maybe have one, maybe two plays best to punch it in.
Oxford is a proud provider of outstanding.
Going into tonight, they have a 3-3 record. Not really sure, who else they've played to try to compare.
Here we go. Hendricks out of the shotgun. Might be the last play. Might not. We'll see what happens. He's going to the air. Caught and brought down to the 2-yard line.
Who is that? Catch made by Owen Pavlock right at the 2-yard line.
31, 30. It's 31 here. 30 seconds. This is it. And he spiked the ball for extra time.
Incomplete pass. Second down. Also,
I'd have called that a spike.
Huh?
I'd have called that a spike.
Yeah, it definitely was a spike.
We know it's an incomplete pass, but. And look at the parking lot emptied out.
Yeah, lots of parents waiting in
Here we
the
go,
in
big
the loop.
play here, big play. Come on, Dan Weiss, get this one on camera, buddy. Hendricks is...
Hand off to Luke Johnson across the right side
it in.
for his second touchdown of the evening. Oxford Wildcat touchdown.
I'm not updating the kick this time, okay? I did that last time and I had to go back.
Just wait.
You don't want to update the kick. I'm telling you, when you're on max prep, if you update the kick, it takes 4 hours to go back and change it.
It's going to be a 2-point conversion try.
I hope so. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I hope he gets it too. It took me a minute and a half to get back and get out of it.
Oh, have not seen this formation yet this year.
I hope they get it.
Oh.
It bounces off. None.
Love the play call, the distraction, motion out of the formation by Luke Johnson. Half of the defense looked his way. The only other two left paid attention to Dean Rice, who was our target on that play.
38-19. We are about 21 ticks from letting you see our video sponsors, and then we'll break it down slightly at the end. And then we'll conclude it out for another broadcast. Again, a very tough 4-2 West Bloomfield will walk out 5-2. Cats will go to 2-5 in the OAA Red. Be interesting to see what Stony Creek's got right now to see if we stay in the OAA. Right now we're one above, I believe, Stony Creek as of the beginning of the game.
I have not been able to find a score update from them either. The last one I saw was 6-0 Adams. Neither football team Twitter account had updated anything outside of that.
Steve Wilson says Bill Shakespeare, a very good friend of his. Boom.
And even in the rain, he still manages to put it in the end zone.
They got any offers for Jay? Hey, do we have any offers for Jay?
Jay has plenty of teams looking. He's made quite a few visits to a lot of big schools. MSU to be one of them.
That'd be
both
great.
Katie brothers.
Yeah. MSU has taken our kickers before.
It would be tough to say what sport he goes for. Both Katie brothers are multi-sport athletes.
Yeah, they play baseball. They do basketball.
Right.
They play, obviously, they double bill in this time of year, soccer and football.
Yep, big contributors on the soccer team as well. I would assume that it's for kicking. These guys are easily both Division I kickers. It's great to see. Great to see some Division I attention with the any of the Wildcats.
21.3 seconds left. And I guess somebody's running in with a play. Secondary in for West Bloomfield right now, as it should be. And they'll take the victory knee, I would imagine. Bingo.
You're correct.
That's going to wrap it up here. We'll it shouldn't stop the clock. We'll let you know when it's officially done. Jeb, get ready for the big video.
Ladies and gentlemen, your final
And the final score right now, 38-19. We'll be back shortly to break it down. Here's a look at our videos. Back in a minute.
Oxford football is brought to you by the Detroit Wing Company of Oxford, located on the northeast corner of Drainer and Lapeer. Offers 20 signature sauces for their classic wings. Their boneless wings. The menu also includes signature crispy chicken sandwiches, mac and cheese, poutine, and so much more. Happy hour, 20% off wings, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. Stop by and pick up your entire tailgate for the big game.
A lot of mistakes made by West Bloomfield tonight that Oxford capitalized on. Coach Line probably will work on that this week. What's your take on it, Travis, before we cancel out here?
A penalty-ridden and turnover-ridden West Bloomfield team. I think weather kind of dictated a lot of things in the second half, obviously, but that first half, we saw a very sloppy play by West Bloomfield, something we definitely could have counted or could have capitalized on. And had we done that, I think this score is much different. 38-19, the final score here at Oxford Wildcat Stadium.
And once again, as I say, we'll be back. It'll be a North Farmington versus Oxford here at the big stadium. Once again, thanking our broadcast team. We want to thank Dan Weiss up on top. Marissa, she was up there. She's back down with us. Jebediah Calhoun, Joe Hollywood Calhoun, and Travis Wilson. Jim Hughes. For the final score, the score was 38-19. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.